Hello, my mic was off, typically. Welcome to a small testing stream. This won't be very long, maybe half an hour. Yeah. There's been a few changes. If you haven't seen all of the Streamlabs drama recently, basically Streamlabs is bad. If you haven't heard, I recommend you look into it. I use Streamlabs I use OBS for the past 4 years, and Streamlabs for pretty much all of my streaming. In fact, all of my streaming. Mainly for the chatbot and the alerts, and that was pretty much it. Because OBS is superior in all ways except those two things, in my opinion. But recent things coming to light were the final nail in the coffin. So I've been making the switch over to OBS, like transferring all my stuff. So this is partly a test stream to test that out. There's also a test stream to test my new mic settings. I've been just tirelessly messing around with my mic to try and make it a bit more consistent, a bit more, higher quality, audible, all of that. It might be a bit too loud. Hopefully it's fine. But yeah, I've been making a huge effort to make things better. I used my new logo redesign in the opening. I'm planning a full visual rebrand for 2022, which I'm looking forward to. That was a small taster, just as a test. And I'm liking the logo. Yeah, so a few things I'm testing. Let's get some music. I was gonna open Spotify. That's a bad idea. Oh, my favorite Zelda mix has been taken down. I love Nintendo. This'll do. That seems about right. I'm gonna ask someone if they want to pop in the stream. Just to check the audio. Alright, hopefully the levels are fine. Gonna turn down my headphones just a bit. That's a little bit loud for me. Alright, yeah, so we've got music in the background and we've got the mic on with the new settings. Is the mixing okay? Hello, GB and JPG. I've made the switch to OBS. Growing pains. Yeah. Looking at August. I also, just as a test, ignore the low frame rate, that's a mod. Use a new look. I was only keeping slopes on because of like the chat overlay and stuff. I'm sure there's a plugin like the chat bot. That was the only reason I was using it. I've used normal OBS for recording since 2016. Yeah, OBS is just, yeah. It does? I have chat in OBS, but I don't have the overlay for the screen. I'll have to do some poking around for that. But yeah, Komodo hype. Oh, it's PogChamp now. I'm a Twitch boomer at this point. Yeah. So, yeah, testing stream. I don't feel like you need to stay. I'm just bored. Bored and not yet tired. Stream elements. Okay, I'll put that down in my notes. 1 sec. Also stream time is 3:54. Because this doesn't have auto tweeting, which I used to mark when the stream started for my VODs. I'm sure that's a thing as well, but I'm just noting down the time. Stream elements. There we go. Oh, awesome. What is I have TTT? Trouble in Terrorist Town? If Trouble in Terrorist Town, else. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I might want to make a streaming profile for Fabric which doesn't have dynamic FPS on. Because every time I tab out to read chat, it's like it just looks like either the stream or my game is lagging horrendously. I see, that does sound cool. I enjoy things being open source. Yeah, my favourite Zelda mix has been taken down by YouTube, so I'm using my second favourite now. Yeah, okay, dual I don't even have the room. Like, I probably would have got another monitor by now, but it's no room. It would just get bashed by the door every time it opens. Like, where's my phone? I'm gonna get chat on my phone. So I can actually read what's going on. I've got a canvas thing above my monitor, which I could move, to be fair. That also involves straining my neck, though. First world problems. Encode 42 coming. I got 2 emails today about the cloud service. Yeah, I might look into like a small monitor, maybe just like a 720 thing for chat, or like, you know, for hosting chat or Netflix or whatever, just like a cheap 50 quid monitor. I didn't look at them, I just got the phone notifications. Yes, just like I emailed Green once. Hold on, let me get chat on my phone. He replied to me, you know. He gave me written permission to do something. I bet. Oh, it's loud, okay. Down. Is that better? I'm always terrible at like, the thing is that with these YouTube mixes as well, the audio like varies massively. No change? Really? How's that? God, my phone's slow. The audio, oh, I'm AFK. The audio varies. So, really? God, I've turned it down like 40 decibels. Oh, the music's gone now. I haven't been facetious. Oh, I've got another email. Okay, when I was like 9, I set up louder. Okay. Send me that plugin, please. When I was like 9, I set up a reminder, like calendar reminder on my Hotmail to email me for the end of school every Friday, and every like, is it Friday morning now? Yeah, oh, it's technically Friday morning now. So every Friday morning I get like an email reminder about this event I set up like 9 years ago. And it's just called Screens, because I would get home and I would turn the Xbox on and I would just play Minecraft. And I really do want to delete it. I went, because I don't really use Hotmail that much, and I went on, had like 1,000 of these emails, because I get them weekly, and it's so funny. Like normally when I wake up every Friday, I've got one of these notifications. It's like, it's completely redundant because I was up till 5 in the morning playing on Screens last night anyway, but here we go. And now the music's too quiet again, I think. Is it fine? Oh, I don't... Right, let me look. I'm just gonna search equalizer. Equalizer for YouTube. Well, it's not actively moderated or monitored by Mozilla. There's no audio equalizer. This is off-stream stuff. That doesn't require much testing. Stream-wise. I'm gonna try out this. Isn't it supposed to be a testing one? Testing medals. Practice, that's it. Did they remove it? I'm so upset. I'm gonna get my free daily spin. Ooh, rare 20 mystery test. There we go, okay. Well, I was going to do some Bed Wars practice, but I can't be bothered to get a different server, so... what else is there that takes no effort whatsoever? The pit... I can't believe the pit is still a thing. It's just bad. Housing. The SMP. SkyBlocks? Wait, do you mean SkyBlock or Skywars? Oh yeah, okay. Skyblock. I've got my I think Ant did some things. I've got this co-op with Ant that I haven't played on for maybe a month. Probably a month and a bit. Because I mean, it looks like Ant hasn't either. So, but I completely forgot about it. So, there's that. It was fun for a long while, but it kind of got to the point where everything was too grindy. Like, I know I've got nothing to do, and I don't do anything anyway, but I don't have the time to mine ores for 12 hours on Hypixel. Oh, I've got a hat on. The calendar? This one? Oh, starts in 15 hours. Mayor Foxy. One of the many events. Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, that's what I do all the time. That and think up ideas for YouTube projects, make them more complicated, and then give up on them before I start. I recently had the idea of a interactive, like, adventure video series. So, like, you'd have like a plains biome, and then like a point and click, but you click on a video link in the description because they removed annotations. Like, it started off just as one pretty video view of Minecraft's plains biome, and then I thought I could do fully custom terrain, and also do multiple, and you can choose like mountains, forest, go deeper into the forest, mysterious temple, and you explore these things. And then I realized that I just invented a Minecraft adventure map, but with extra steps, and you can't explore it properly because it's a video on YouTube. So I'm planning a sort of shorter version of that where I do like some custom landscaped areas and do like sound design for them, which might be pretty fun. But I have so many ideas which I just realize are either terrible or just stupid or overly complicated, or stuff like that. Yeah. So one of the issues I had with my mic, which I'd find when I was watching back VODs to timestamp them, was at random times the noise suppression filter that I have on would randomly do this audio panning thing where it would like switch between ears before like panning to the middle again. Especially if I was like doing a short laugh or like a really abrupt sound. So to fix that, I've just downmixed the mic to mono. It seems to have worked, I'm fairly sure. And if no one said anything so far, isn't that noticeable? If it even makes a difference, I honestly don't know. Because I'm in this sort of weird state where, like, I hate listening to my voice, but it's one of the things that I need to work on the most in terms of editing and like audio stuff. So it's a weird situation. That's what? That's so weird. Yeah, okay. That beats my story. Actually, when I got my LED light bulb, I've forgotten which light it was, but like, it's the only light in the house which has like all of the other light bulbs are just light bulbs. That they don't have dimmers or anything. They're just normal light bulbs. I don't know, energy saving probably, but like no special features. And when I first got my LED light bulb, I was turning down the brightness, and I noticed it had a bit of a wider effect, and it took me a few like ups and downs to notice that it was controlling the brightness of the light bulb outside my room. Like, somehow when they were like putting in the electrics in this house, they managed to connect these two lights up in a way that if I use like this little like LED remote control to adjust the brightness of my light bulb, it randomly affects another light bulb that isn't even designed to do that. Like, someone fiddled around and it's fixed now. Like, it's not a massive issue. But I don't even know how that's supposed to work. It's just a normal light bulb. It doesn't have any, like, dimming properties. I'm doing brilliantly today. It doesn't have any, like, properties. It was like, first plugged in, I was like, oh, something's wrong. So, oh yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, I don't have many interesting stories. That's about as interesting as they get, really. I talk about the time I thought I died in Germany, but I feel like I brought that up too many times. It's also a 5-year-old story at this point. Yeah, I remember you sending pictures. That's so weird. Like, how does that pass any kind of checks when it goes on the market? Jesus. Like surely there are, I mean, I suppose there aren't, like, regulations. You know, but goddamn. Jesus. It didn't pass. How are you, like, allowed to live there then? How is that a thing that was allowed to happen? Wait, so it didn't pass the inspections, and they were just like, huh, okay, continue living here. We see no fault with this. This house, like, isn't fit to have humans in it, but go ahead, I guess. God. Okay, here's another little funny thing. There's an entire room in my current house that I have never stepped foot in. I've lived here since June of 2018, and there is an entire ass room I have never been into. Deliberately, I don't want to go in there. I don't plan to go in there, ever. I've never been in. Fun fact. That's really weird. Like, how... God, there should be some law, probably. I don't know. What is a smoke room? I'm not familiar. I mean, they probably, like, I probably know what you mean if you explained it, but is that literally a room for smoking in? Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't have those. Your houses are just too big. No, it's a toilet. Like, that's all it is, a toilet and, like, a small, hand basin. Yeah, we've got 3 toilets. We've got the main bathroom. There's a small one upstairs as well. And there's the downstairs toilet. I've never been in the downstairs toilet. I hate the shape of the room. I hate the vibe of the room. I hate the colour, the atmosphere. The weirdly non-symmetrical frosted glass window that looks into the alley between the houses. I hate everything about that room. I've never been in. I don't plan to. Every time I'm required to go in that room, I find a workaround. One time I literally, like, got something out of that room by using one of those grabby handle machines, because I just vehemently refuse to go into that room. It's a character trait at this point. Oh fuck, oh that's scary, man. How did he get out? Did he use knives? Did he use knives to, like, pick the, you know, like, jam in the lock and shimmy it open. Jeez. That happened with my room, not long ago. You'll know the story. But, oh, unscrewed it, yeah, that's probably a better solution. You'll know the story, but I don't think I've ever told it, like, in voice form. So it'll probably be more entertaining. Yeah, I went out one day, and my window was open, because I didn't think I'd be out for very long, so I left it open. And as I was leaving, the door sort of slammed shut behind me. So I thought, okay, like, you know, I didn't think much of it. It happened quite often. And then when I got back home, I was because I was out for hours. I did not expect to be, so I was out for hours. Which, you know, in retrospect, don't leave a window open for that long if no one's in the house. But I didn't realize I wouldn't be. So I got back. I was like, I'm really fucking tired. I want to go to bed. So I went to go in my room. And the door wouldn't open. The lock, I don't know exactly what happened. I just know that if I hadn't left my window open, by essentially coincidence, then, I mean, I don't know what would have happened. My door would have to have been destroyed, probably. Anyway, yeah, thank God I left the window open, because we had to come in through the window and bend 2 knives trying to jimmy the lock open. I don't know what jimmy means. It probably sounds right. Yeah, heist. like we had to go around to the neighbour, because we don't have a proper ladder. Because the old one we had technically belonged to like the previous landlords in our old house, so we just kind of never really bothered getting another ladder. So we had to go and borrow a ladder from our next door neighbour. Like, this is like pitch black, it's like 10 o'clock at night, and we had to like climb in through my window and jimmy this door open. I didn't have like a functional, because like the entire lock had, like, the plastic bit had snapped or something. So I didn't have a functional door for a good nearly 2 weeks, I think. Like, it wouldn't close, it would only close over, like it wouldn't like go into the lock or like whatever. And then I've got like a functional handle now. But when I say lock, there's no actual lock on the door. I just mean that the handle got jammed or snapped or something. You know, wrong choice of words, but it remains the same. Yeah, like, but the problem is now, it doesn't fit as well as the old one. So if I have my door closed and my window open, the door like bangs slightly, like it wobbles in, like when it's fully shut. So if there's a strong enough wind, it'll just like make a light banging noise, which isn't great when considering I'm up most of the time, like in the early hours of the morning. Like, just, what's that banging? Oh, it's coming from Spain's room. Great. Okay, when you say your bathroom doorknob would spit, like, is it one of those round ones that would just like, and it would just, because that's kind of funny. But that's funny to the, up until the point that it like traps someone in that room. Like, wouldn't you just get a different doorknob? Like, you know, pop down to fucking Home Depot, listen to that theme song and get like a $10 doorknob or something. Alright. Just spin infinitely. What, is it like the hot air or the moisture, like what lubricated the joints? I don't know. DIY. Oh, okay. Yeah, moisture. That's kind of weird. I should do something. I should probably do something, like, you know, in game and stuff. I've just been running around. What? Oh. How long did you live in that house? And how many times did it flood? But that's... I'm gonna play this. Seven or 8 years? Oh my god. Oh, only for... When you said often flood, I thought like maybe once every couple of months. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought, but Jesus. Yeah, we don't have to worry about flooding, thankfully. We never really have. Well, there was one time that we had this really overgrown garden, and this, like, patio, like this really thin patio area with no drainage, like, that's like the bottom of the garden, with like all the grass and stuff above it, so all the grass would drain into this, like, thin bit of patio, basically flooding it. But the back door was up a step from there, so thankfully we didn't have any issues ever. God. Ethan, I think that house was just cursed or something. Like... God. Yeah, if I had, like, I understand it's like basements are a big thing over there, but if, like, you hear about basements flooding so often, like, you just wouldn't use them. I mean, I wouldn't put anything valuable down there. It just sounds hellish. Like, you know, if you see a drop of rain outside, you're gonna worry that you're gonna lose all your family photos and stuff. Just wouldn't bother. I don't think I've ever been in a house that has a basement. Oh, okay. I mean, that's going to be like increasingly a lot of houses in America, though. Well, that's good. You get a lot of oh, shit. Oh. Okay. You do a lot of maintenance and stuff, though, like DIY. I imagine you keep on top of all those. No? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know the first thing about stuff, like, on a service level, sure, but, like, you've lost me as soon as you start talking about anything intricate. So, like, I wouldn't really know how to maintain a basement or something. I mean, I'm really not that smart. I'm dumb and also stupid. I mean that in the least self-deprecating way possible. I'm just clueless about most things. Like, okay, flooding. Fair enough. Electrical problems, though. How, like, just how can you live with them? Like, constantly the knowledge that something is gonna go wrong. Calm down. Like, this is right, okay. Yeah, I mean, looks are nice. What do you mean you want them so? Are you gonna say some bullshit like, oh, it's good for the basement ecosystem or something? Like, oh, there's a certain breed of American cockroach that thrives when it floods in basements, and they're really good at catching like mice or something. Something completely insane that like is probably true. Dear God. If I were to invite new organisms onto my carpet, I just let my cats outside. There we go. It'd be awesome if Hypixel updated, because then they could get like concrete for this minigame, and it would be like way easier to tell which blocks you want to be on. I'm just chilling at the moment, but if anyone wants like VC or something at any point, just let me know. I'm fine either way, no pressure. Blue. A beautiful new blue passport. I've seen way too much of Boris Johnson lately. Man needs to like stop doing things. Or start. Just make sure they're good things. You know, he could stand to do something useful once in a while. Beautiful new blue passport. Ooh, it's a 1v1. White. Where is the other person? Oh, there. Blue. I see chat messages, but I'm in hyperfocus. Well, not hyperfocus, that's an actual thing. I'm in a state of focus right now. Oh, I'm on. Focus. That's it, let's see. Oh my god. You live in some, like, weird houses, man. Oh yeah, and also about flooding, we currently live at, like, the very top of a gorge, technically. So, I mean, like, there's no chance of flooding, the water's just gonna go down. Our garden gets a bit wet sometimes, but no more than like an inch max. I can understand that. But really though, it's like San Francisco. It is San Francisco. Like, you know the earthquakes are gonna happen. But I guess it, you know, it's a nice place or something. Like, that one sitcom was there. There's been like the one Doctor Who movie was set there. And filmed in Canada. It was suspiciously flat. I don't know that much about San Francisco. I know there was a fire there once, and it was a bit bad, probably. Full house, that... Yeah, and then the Netflix reboot, whatever, was Fuller House. Or didn't the like the grown-up kid from that turn out to be like some anti-vax Trump supporter? John Stamos. Oh, Dave Coulier. I know him because he was referenced in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yeah, for some reason, my brother and sister had a massive Full House phase. At ages like, I think my brother was 7 at the time. So I don't know how you can get that into a sitcom at 7. I don't know what Good Luck Charlie is. I assume another sitcom thing. Is it like, is it big? Is it like, I mean, nothing, I don't know anything's going to be as big as Friends or Seinfeld, but is it sort of on that level? I've ever tried watching Friends. It was one of those shows that you always like, well, I mean, I say you, I always saw like, you know, on the TV after hours when I was supposed to be in bed. A bit like a Family Guy. And it's like this forbidden fruit kind of thing where you can't wait to grow up and watch it. And then you grow up and you realise, oh, it's a bit shit. It's like, I don't want to watch Family Guy. I think one of the few examples where it has been the case where I wanted to watch it in the end was like Breaking Bad and stuff. Like it's Friends was one of those things. It's, oh, I can't wait to grow up and watch Friends. I bet it's so cool. It's because obviously I imagine it talks like sex at some point and stuff, like, you know, at least like in discussion, like, so it is always like, oh, forbidden, you can't watch that. Oh, I jumped, I thought there was an hour next to it. God damn it. So we weren't allowed to watch it, but it's just a bit lame in the end. Oh, okay, Disney Channel. Oh, Victorious. That was always on a lot. Because there were really only 2, like, at least, wait, see, yeah, 2, at least in my childhood, there were really only 2 kids channels, CBeebies and, 3, CBeebies, CBBC, and, CITV. CBBC was the best because you had like just a bunch of cool shows, and it was also like the most oldest oriented. It was like a young teens kind of thing. Yeah, we didn't really have Disney Channel or anything, but CITV, I think, had licensing for Victorious, so that would play on like a loop. Like there'd be like 2 episodes a day, just play on loop. I think there was only like 2 seasons. I don't know how many there are total, but I think they only had licensing for like 2 seasons, so they would just play like the same, like, I assume like 35 episodes on loop Among Us. Yeah. Oh, the regular show. Okay, I'm going off on a lot of tangents here. At my school, at my primary school or elementary school, there was these people started a club called the Regular Show Club, and you were only allowed to join if you watched and were a fan of the regular show. Except, like, most of my friend group, like 9 out of 10 of my friend group, were in this club. And I wasn't, because I didn't have access to any of the channels that regular show was on. So I begged and begged to be a part of this show, part of this club, even though I didn't watch the show. Because, you know, most of my friends were there, I didn't want to miss out. Fair enough, really. But they kept denying me. Regular club, yeah, I mean, I thought at the time that would be a much better... I was scratching my head. Be a much better option. Yeah, so I didn't want to miss out. So I was kind of upset over that. But I moved on. And then the headmistress, or the principal, introduced a rule that there weren't allowed to be any clubs without her direct permission. And so the regular show club was effectively dissolved. Now, I wasn't happy about this, but I was happy about this, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so a group of the girls in my class went to her for permission to start a karaoke club. Now, don't ask me how you do a karaoke club in an open, tarmacked playground with no equipment, because karaoke is to music. I think they meant a cappella club, but whatever. So they had this karaoke club, and I was in a sort of Inspector Gadget phase. Not that I'd really watched it, but the premise intrigued me. You know, a guy has lots of gadgets inside of him. That sounds wrong. That premise also intrigues me. So I started this club called the Gadget Club, and I got permission from the headmistress to start it. And I even went so far as to like hand make business cards, essentially, like little flyers, and I even laminated them, gave them to people. Some got cut up, some got thrown in the bin, some were kept. I didn't really know what I was doing with it. I didn't have any like solid plans, like meetups or anything. It was basically just like for the prestige of having a club, and it was one of 2 clubs okayed by the headmistress in this school. One day, I was told to go and see her. She'd found one of the business cards I was handing out, and she wanted to reprimand me. She'd completely forgotten that she gave me express permission to start this club. She'd entirely forgotten. I don't know, she thought I was trying to gaslight her or something. So she disbanded my club, which left me in tears. Bear in mind I was like 7, 8 at the time. I was really sad about this. So that really disheartened me. Yeah, that was my little yeah, and she was like, oh, the karaoke club is the only club I've okayed. It's the only club that's allowed. So this karaoke club that didn't even do karaoke. They were 7 and 8 too. They didn't have any equipment. Yeah, they got to continue on, and my gadget club had to stop. I'm still angry to this day. Yeah, that was my little tirade about the regular show. They got away from me. Oh, shit. We're good. Oh, I could have just gone to the middle. The bit scared you. How did... I mean, honestly, I've never really gone back and watched it. How is it? Was it scary? Oh, what's the one we want again? Oh shit. We both fell. There we go. Invite only engineering club. It's pretty cool. I mean, that's fair. Things are a lot weirder as kids. Like, Yeah, I understand that. I did a out of school coding club in year 6. I don't know what grade that is. Google it. Cope. That was fun. Like, it was entirely on Scratch, except for one lesson where the main instructor was off ill, so the, like, assistant instructor just taught us HTML for, like, an hour, which is still where I know everything I know about HTML from. Yeah, my coding career didn't take off. I enjoyed Scratch though. I was actually pretty good at Scratch, but it's not really, you can't really extrapolate those skills to anything else. Of course you did, you're in code 42, of course you got it. Of course you won. That's awesome though. Were you paid? I think you should have been paid. In mine humble opinion. How long has it been? God, it's almost been an hour. I'm tired. It's gonna be half an hour. We're on 55 minutes, baby. That was a maid outfit. Yeah. So, that's cool. Is that one of the trophies you still have up on display? That's cool though. Belated well done for that. Yeah, oh, nice. You're the bigger person. Yeah, so the way that clubs worked in my high school was that to set up a club, you needed the help of a teacher or someone in year 13. Again, I don't know what grade that is. Google it. Cope. So I always thought when I get to year 13, I'm gonna make like a pride club, like a pride group, you know, LGBTQ plus club, alphabet mafia, but real, something like that. And that was, I don't know why I was making that. I really wanted to do it, but then COVID club, but then COVID hit. So I was in year 12 when COVID hit. And then obviously that lasted well into year 13 for me, to the point that when I got back in year 13, someone had already started it, and that someone was one of my teachers, and like my best friend. So, you know, I wish I'd started it, but whatever, it was there. And they ended up calling it Pride Society, which was, I mean, you know, I was going to come up with some kind of pun, which probably would have been worse, but whatever. Yeah, that was fun while it lasted. I was obviously only there for a few more months until I had to leave. Yeah, I really wanted to start that club, and I didn't get the chance to, but I'm glad that it's there now for younger years and stuff. I really want to try and pioneer more things like that, because I don't know, I feel like I missed out on that entire thing, so I'd like to start those things for people who would otherwise miss out. I've been thinking of trying to get a Minecraft building workshop set up near me. I'm going to be vague because I'm currently live streaming on the internet. Yeah, I'm going to think of trying to get a Minecraft workshop set up where I'd probably target it at like intermediate players and be like, hey, do you want to get better at building? This is based on other people's suggestions. I don't think I'm personally good enough to run that, but other people say that I should, so I guess I should give it a go, right? Like, you know, I'd be down for it. It'd be fun. It'd be something for my CV, you know. Always good if something's gonna be fun and helpful for like CV or future projects, then you know that's a cool thing to do. There's a pride club, but does that result in anything? Like, do the Christians like are they just talking normally and then they randomly raise their voices as they're saying like a snide comment towards gay people or something? Hey, I mean, you know, not all Christians are bad, but funny. This is coming from someone who was raised Catholic, so I'm allowed to say that. I was about to say Protestants don't interact, but that was 100% in joke, and also would have maybe reignited some bad history. I'm not Catholic anymore, don't worry. I don't know what I am. I would default say atheist, but who knows? I want to believe, but I don't. It's not that I'm just open to the idea. I actively want to believe in something. I just haven't found something I believe in yet. I don't know if there's a word for that. Ethan, you can't say that. You'll get cancelled. Isn't that a religion? So true. So true. No, I don't think I'm Jewish. Being raised Catholic, I went to a Catholic primary school, and the only other religion we would learn about was Judaism. Except we wouldn't like ever expand on our learning. We would like every year would have like, oh, what's going on with other religions in the world section of our like syllabus, and it would just be the same introductory information to Judaism every single year for 7 years straight. It's like, what's a synagogue? Yeah, we know this. We did it like 6 years ago. What is it? Tell me. We're gonna go on the same school trip to the same synagogue and learn nothing new. It's like, I respect what you're trying to do, but please teach us some new information, because we know this and we don't enjoy doing this every year. I really wish that like more time was spent learning about religions in schools outside of religious schools. I don't know how it is in America, but I really wish there were like I really wish that people were able to learn about religions in an academic setting without that being forced on them as it is in places like Catholic schools. Like, you know, because learning about religions obviously just breeds tolerance. So that's, you know, just learn about other people. Nothing will go wrong. The school should do that, I think. It's the crux of my argument. But no, I don't think I am a devout Orthodox Jewish person. This, like, normally I don't get many chats on stream, so it's okay. But this stream, very ironically considering I've got no chat overlay, is going to be completely incomprehensible as a YouTube pod. Which is really funny to me. Like, this is probably the most chat I've ever got on a stream, and this entire stream is me responding to them. But there's going to be no physical evidence once the VOD expires on Twitch in like 90 days. What did I say? I wasn't trying to say anything. I wasn't avoiding anything to not be offensive or whatever. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, honestly, I don't... what's the word? Hypocritically, I don't really put much of my time into learning about other religions, so I don't know about that, about, like, the semantics of that, personally. My rule of thumb is better safe than sorry. I see what you mean. That wasn't a conscious decision, though. Oh shit. I get you. Especially because anti-Semitism is such a fucking massive issue in the UK right now. Like, is it so fucking hard just to fucking be tolerant of people and, you know, like, boost voices where you can and help out where you can and just be nice people? Like, what is wrong with people? Yeah, just... I mean, everything's a problem in the UK right now. The homophobia is on the rise. It's referred to as Turf Island. You've got Islamophobia is also on the... all hate crimes are on the rise. You've got women being murdered by policemen. Like, fucking everything going on at the moment in the UK is terrible. Oh god. Anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, homophobia, transphobia, racism in general too. Like, is F5 better for this game? I'm probably right, I can see more. Done. Any Quake Proers? Okay, this is sickening. I play on 90. I think Philza and Moose play on 90. I feel like I've made the stream very serious now. I'm gonna stop talking about everything wrong with the world. Minecraft? Where's purple? Where's purple? Ah. It's close. Um, yeah, one good thing about OBS actually is I don't have the viewer count in my face. I used to turn it off anyway, but yeah, the fact it's not even an option on normal OBS is actually cool, because it removes that temptation to look at the count and realize you have like one person watching. I remember during my early days of streaming, I would look at the viewer count constantly and feel terrible. And then I followed Phil's and Minecraft's advice and just turned it off. And honestly, yeah, like it is just better with it off. But yeah, pretty much the switch over to normal OBS. I say normal OBS like Streamlabs actually is OBS. Like just OBS. Like the switch over to OBS has been pretty smooth. Probably because Streamlabs just kind of, I know it's open source, but they just kind of like copy everything. Yeah. It's also way better. Like, I'm currently streaming at what, like 60 FPS, 1080p, I hope. Oh, but 1080p. Can someone check that? Oh, I forgot I was playing the game. Whoops. 1080p, presumably, 60 FPS, you know, okay, it's only 6K bitrate, I think, because that's Twitch's limit. But, like, it's currently only using up 1% of my CPU. And I know I have, like, a pretty good CPU, but that's also pretty good. Like, Streamlabs would take up, like, 5. Like, what was going on? Was it mining Bitcoin or something? Like, this is just way better. Yeah, 1080p, cool. Good. Yeah, I was reading all the Twitter stuff yesterday. Like, just every tweet I read, like, I was getting more and more pissed off as Streamlabs. Like, yeah, the only reason I really kept on with it was because of the chatbot and stuff, but like, obviously that's built in and like I don't have to worry about plugins or anything. That was the only reason I kept on Streamlabs. But you know, OBS, it's just better. It's better for recording too. It's lightweight. It doesn't do all of that shit. So yeah, I just switched over. Oh yeah, I read about them not complying with like disability laws and stuff. Just firing people for like having some moral standing. Like, goddamn. Thank God for whistleblowers. Oh, right on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check this out. I mean, yeah, Streamlabs wasn't great. It was just a very easy alternative, and a large benefit to it was its loud saving, which I'm not sure is a thing in normal OBS. It might be, I don't know. But especially around the time I was reinstalling Windows a lot, that was insanely helpful. So I wasn't having to worry about, you know, redoing it every time. I just downloaded it and it was there. That was so cool. But it's just not worth supporting Streamlabs. Like, not even just using it, it's just not worth it. Like, even if it means going a little bit more out of my way, the alternatives are just so much better. Yeah, like... Yeah. So yeah, the past couple of days have been the final nail in Streamlabs' coffin for me. OBS is way better. You know, I didn't know OBS existed. Like, okay. So I started YouTube in 2014. And then I did videos for a good couple of years, honestly. Oh, to 1v1. And then I... and then I... Oops. So true. It's purple. Oh, damn it. And then I got my PC, and ironically, I got my PC to like do more stuff with it. But I just sort of stopped until I did a few live streams around Fallout Salvation time, like in 2017, like 16, 17. And then I started YouTube properly again in 2017 with Ethereal. But after getting my... Because when I was doing Xbox stuff, I had a capture card. But after getting my computer, before like Fallout Salvation rolled around, or like before like early 2017, so for a solid like 18 months, I was using whatever like free, like freemium video capture software I could find that week. And there was this one I found that was like functional, but it only let you record 5 minutes at a time, which like worked for what I needed it for, but like in retrospect was fucking awful. Yeah, so like it was only when I was starting Ethereal, because of Hermitcraft, that I heard Izuma mention OBS, and I didn't look back. Like, I've always used OBS for recording, pretty much, a couple of exceptions. Obviously now for Minecraft I mainly use Replay Mod for my YouTube videos, but I've always used normal OBS for recording stuff, but I did use Streamlabs for like the ease while streaming. But yeah, no, that's no point now. They've only recently added cropping. I could have sworn that's been in for a while. I can totally believe that Streamlabs just hasn't like updated its base in that long. Hermitcraft. I still know nothing. I occasionally like read new information about Germa, and I just sort of go, oh yeah, that sounds like Germa to me. And then I sort of forget he exists until I hear about him next. I'm getting a bit yawny now. We're an hour and 20 minutes in. I said it would be half an hour. You got so much. I'm also in like a really good streaming mood, so you've got so much quality Spadestiel tonight. Sadly it's been on a stream with no purpose. My most recent infra stream was terrible. Like, it'd been like 6 days since my last one. Sort of did 4 in really quick succession. And then I had like a 6-day break because I had tons of stuff on. So I thought I might as well stream. I'd better do it, you know, keep the flow going. So I streamed. I was tired. I was worn out. I was like in just a really bad mood and fed up with like pretty much everything, to the point that I basically just used a walkthrough for the entire stream. I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't like entertaining content. Yeah. I'm in like the opposite of that mood right now. Sadly, it is 5:10 in the morning, so I do have a bit of a time limit. I'm gonna make it. So I do have a bit of a time limit right now, in that I need to go to bed at some point, otherwise I'm going to become fully nocturnal. But yeah, my last info stream was terrible. I had zero patience. I was in such a bad mood for a multitude of reasons. I regret streaming that night. Not in any serious way, I just probably shouldn't have done. It's just not very good content. Honestly, it kind of ruined that section of the game for me, when otherwise it's been really solid and I probably would have enjoyed it too. Half-Life 2 multiplayer, I completely agree. I would love to. I mean, I've still got to play Black Mesa. I bought a ton of games July last year, during lockdown, pretty much, to stream basically, and then I started in October last year, and I haven't really streamed any of them. I've got multiple Sonic games, I've got Black Mesa, I've got Undertale I still need to play, that I promised Ethan I'd play by the end of 2019. Yeah, but I got Ori and the Blind Forest, but so much of that really depends on me getting a better graphics card, because I'm just gonna end up playing them in piss poor quality, and that looks even worse on stream. Like I've had the money for a new graphics card since like a week before the fucking chip shortage, and then I was being indecisive, and then the chip shortage happened, and then there's just no end in sight. So, you know, thanks crypto miners and scalpers. I wish you a very die. Oh no, I know Half-Life's fine. I mean, Black Mesa. And we played a bit of that last year, and I had to play in minimum settings, and it still ran like hot. Ah, I thought I was playing. I was rubbing my eyes. Yeah. Yeah, you just mentioned Half-Life, and that made me think of Black Mesa. But yeah, stuff like that. Like, just please let me get like. I mean, I'm gunning for a 3060. I think Ti is the. I don't know. I'm gunning for a 3060. But just let me buy one, please. If I have like a subscriber who's like super into my content, and also like is willing to is like works in a video factory and can smuggle one away for me, I will pay the recommended retail price for a 3060 Ti. Yeah. But yeah, 100%. Let's play Half-Life 2 multiplayer sometime. MSR, yeah, whatever. I will pay like the price is listed on their website. That isn't hyperinflated. I'm feeling one more game of this, and then I'm gonna start winding down the stream. How long is left on the playlist? Oh, it's 2.5 hours long. We're good. Yeah, I'm really enjoying OBS a lot more than Streamlabs. Yeah, the next ethereal is Ethereal Subterranean. Don't worry, I struggle to spell it too. I was thinking about December 2nd. There we have it. Ethereal Subterranean, December 2nd. Running Purpa. Thank you, Billy. I assume. Purpa. In this household, we love Billy. Yeah, so Ethereal Subterranean, or Eth-Sub, I guess it's gonna get called in shorthand. Oh, you will be? Oh, poggers. Are you gonna commit some features? I don't know what that means. That's cool though. Good luck with that. You could have a lot on your hands for the update. Take your time with Ethereal if you need to. Yeah, oh, I was on the wrong colour. Fine, one more. Yeah, so Ethereal Subterranean, and then no doubt there'll be like maybe a gimmick server or something, who knows what it'll be in between now and the Ethereal after that, which will be Ethereal Wilds, probably. Yeah, the Wild update also sounds cool, like Ethereal Wilds. But no, I mean, I just think Subterranean, like, is cool. If anyone has a better name, let me know. Eth-Sub. I just want frogs, man. I want to do a big cinematic of the new terrain once replay is updated, which no doubt will be in like May. I mean, it took them a while with 1.17 because they prioritize Patreon supporters, I think. Yeah, I want to do. I mentioned this a while ago. I want to do a Hypixel at Christmas cinematic, which I did in 2018, and I really enjoyed that. But of course, it's low quality and like poorly made. So I want to make a good one. I don't want to do a cinematic of the new caves and cliffs, like the terrain. Yeah, I'm looking at more cinematics because they're easy to make, and it's exactly the kind of content I would want to watch. So, plus I can be like creative with them, and it ties in heavily with what I want to do in terms of like photography projects. You know, you got like a director of photography and things. So yeah, I'm looking at doing some more cinematics. I finished the script for the Deltarune Castletown build showcase. And then I decided to rejig my mic yesterday before I was going to record it. And then my family got home, so I couldn't record it. So that video is postponed for now too. I was going to stream yesterday, this testing stream, but I didn't. No reason, really, I just didn't. Yeah. So this... Yeah, so I didn't do it because I was fixing up my mic, which will hopefully get rid of the... I don't know if anyone heard them, but there were huge audio issues with my mic in Howl's Moving Castle. It was appalling, but at the time I had like one chance a week to record lines, so beggars can't be choosers. So yeah, I'll hopefully get those recorded in the next couple of days, and then I don't know, maybe a week and a bit. There was no chance. I don't like promising video release dates because I always end up being wrong. I won. I got it out in time for Howl's Moving Castle. Only because it was both a birthday present, already belated at that point by like 2 weeks, and also because I barely got it up in time. It hadn't even processed to 4K when it went live. Not 4K, 1440. The TARDIS hadn't processed to 4K by the time it went live, because that went live on the anniversary of its first appearance. So I had like a deadline. And that hadn't even processed to 4K when that went live. I had to retroactively edit the metadata like the next day saying, oh, now available in 4K. YouTube's a mess, man. I've got a bunch of stuff I want to do, but everything's so complicated. I've got so much on in terms of like other projects, like my little books, my big book, personal life stuff. So I've got a lot on, but also at the same time it feels like I'm not doing a great deal. If you know, I'm gonna end the stream before I get too introspective. I'll spare everyone all that. Dislike it. Oh. What do you dislike? Oh, what, for the audio issues? I mean, it'd be fair enough. It's really audible. I try to hide it with the music, but it's really audible in some parts. Oh, oh, I don't get that. I mean, it's not a massive deal for me personally. Like, I've never really been bothered about the dislike feature in terms, like, as a creator or a viewer. But, like, just why? Like, why bother? Like, and I'm not bothered, but I'm sure, like, it does some harm somewhere. Like, why bother doing that? Just completely nonsensical. Yeah, well, I'm gonna leave the stream there. It is currently 5:30 in the morning. I've been streaming for an hour and a half, an hour longer than I said I would do. You've got peak Spadestiel tonight. Peak Spadestiel. This time with no mic peaking too. I hope the audio has been fine. That was half the reason of this stream, to test the audio. Linus, oh, I can imagine Linus being pissed. Yeah, well, I can rant about YouTube for days, but I should probably get some rest. So thank you to Ethon and also Gavin, if he's still here, for coming along to this stream. It's been awesome to hang out with you guys. Yeah, I've also switched my new logo on this screen. It doesn't fit as well as it will do in the final rebrand. I just wanted to give it a go. But yeah, thanks for coming along. See you in the future. Goodbye.